Hello everyone and welcome back to Star Drive 2 where well, to describe how I'm getting on, we've discovered a new system down here and my people have named it Death. So that gives you an indication about where their morale is at the moment. If you've seen the previous videos, you'll know that we've lost our colony to the Chuck, who are at war with us. We did manage to defend Earth in a battle with a large amount of help from the space station in orbit, and then launched a glorious, if fleeting, counterattack, which was beaten off by the superior troops of the Chuck. And so now we're just sort of blockading the planet with this little fleet in the hopes that they'll starve to death and we'll be able to go and recolonize it. It's a desperate situation. So we have, however, discovered an anomaly over here. So I'm going to send this scout ship over here, and then down at Death there is the planet of Anvar, which is also an unexplored anomaly. So I've sent a scout ship to go and see what it can see over there. Our constructor is building a station around this black hole, which I'm hoping is going to churn us out some decent research. And our homeworld is building in a very ambitious move by me, a colony ship. Lifeboat, you decide. But okay, let's advance things and see how we get on. So actually, I was wrong. The invasion is actually continuing. I thought we'd lost already. Okay, so it's going to continue next turn, but I don't really know why. But yes, as I say, we are blockading their ships, and I'm just wondering, actually, can we get their colony? Not their colony ship, sorry, their constructor. Stop them from building these star bases, or at least upgrading them. Maybe there's an opportunity there to take advantage of the fact that we did manage to defeat their fleet. Okay. Yeah. So, presumably, though, are they? They're not starving. Moment. What's okay. Let's see if we can take out this constructor and then get back into blockade position. I mean, I thought our ship would have reached here by now. What's going on? Oh. You are trying to interact with the inhabitants of this planet. Oh, sorry, are you trying? Well, let's talk. Can we talk? Okay, some weird bird creatures. Okay. Now, as you may or may not know, every adult on Anvar is a registered attorney with the Intergalactic Space Courts, and by landing your old spaceship, you agree to submit to their jurisdiction in the event of any legal disputes. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Please have a look over these forms. Right. So, now then, I am actually a lawyer in real life, but don't take this as good advice when I just leave quickly. I can only imagine what we're going to get involved in there, and I do not have the patience or the resources for it right now. Let's carry on. Okay, so yeah, we've encountered their construction ship. I think I could just auto that, surely. Yeah, good. So he's taken out. And then what about their space station? Is that something we can take care of? I don't seem to be able to attack it, unfortunately. This one is fortified, so I'm a little bit little bit reluctant to go attack that. Let's go see if we blockade Alpha, whether they go back into starvation. Which is a pretty grim thing to do, I know, but they attacked me. Oh, we found a docile crystalline entity, and it wants to be our friend. It wants to be our friend. Yeah, we need everything we can get. So let's send the crystalline entity to Earth. And how are we doing on fuel? Yeah, pretty grim. So let's head back and refuel. And yeah, I think everybody's doing what they should be doing. Let's end the turn. So it's okay. Well, we'll just withdraw. But yeah, so blockaded. Starvation. Okay, that's good. Though they will inevitably be building another fleet to come and kick me out of orbit. So we need to keep an eye on that. Oh, and only one ship. Let's stay where we are for the moment. What's going on down here? Has he completed it? Oh yeah, 2 unread messages. So he's completed that. And oh, we've run out of money. Oh, that's very annoying. Okay, let's build a science station. I hadn't realised our finances were in such a perilous position. Let's carry on with the colony ship, though it does seem to be taking a long while. Losing 5 to pollution. We'll leave that for the moment. Is there anybody? Can we trade? I don't think we've actually got a trade agreement with these people. That is so loud. I had a little whinge in the last episode about how the sound seems to be broken. But I won't carry on with that whinge, not going to be negative. It would just be nice if it was sorted. So they don't want. What if I give them a medium? So I think it's probably put into what they are. Well, I will confirm that deal in the hope that, yeah, so at least, you know, we've lost quite a lot of credits in terms of losing the 50, but at least it's sort of restored the balance of payments. Okay. Just wondering. No, we'll leave. We'll leave that fleet at Sol just in case any more crystals appear. And so, an ancient station. So it would have been easy for your fleet to pass over what appears to be just another field of junk, but of course no self-respecting sales bot would let you pass. Okay, I won't read all of this out, guys, otherwise we'll be here for ages. This is Crazy Eddie. So we can approach him, and he offers lots of various things that will no doubt boost stuff, but we do not have the money for that. Okay. And I would like to exit Crazy Eddie's. Oh, head back to the ship. That was a long old delay before giving me the options to exit. But ultimately, I was able to. So our fleet's run out of fuel. Yeah, we expected that. And yeah, okay, so they're slowly trudging their way back to our space. How many turns left for that clock? Still 8. Still 8. Perhaps it was a silly move. Okay, so 2 enemy ships. Let's see how we get on with just this hopeful class. Oh no, sorry, I did have a little. Oh, the exploration frigate has got drawn. I thought it was just 2 hopefuls. Oh, let's put this one at the back then. Let's see how we get on. Let's go for this one. You know, is there a retreat? Retreating, great, good stuff. So they seem to be faster than us. Ours have got some experience because of the defensive battles. But they're just very far more warrior-like than we are. So they've got these projectiles, whereas we're more focused. But we do have those. There must be those flak cannons. Maneuverability and speed is helping to bring them round into firing position far more efficiently than our hopefuls, which seem to have a very large turning arc to the point where we've actually split up. That's very unhelpful. Our beams do seem to be doing good damage. And these, you see these projectiles? Okay, well, yeah, one missed. When they fire a salvo, particularly at long range, they don't all tend to hit. Oh, the enemy. So the enemy ships, you can see them turn kind of orangey colour. We are damaging them. Ours are still green, at least for now. But we're not doing very well in terms of concentrating our fire because of the slower movement. Quite poor turning circles. Yeah, we're sort of darkening up here by the looks of it. But still, I think we've got the better of them. I did, maybe the difference is I did put plenty of armour and filled every bit I could once I got my main components up with armour. Perhaps that is the difference. I feel like if we could just take one, we're still targeting the same one. So the behaviour is to keep moving. Would we be better if we stopped moving? I just can't see that as being wise. Because as we're moving, as I said, some of their projectiles are missing. There we go, we got one of them. Whereas our laser beams, although probably doing less damage in a particular sort of salvo, are doing, I think, probably more damage because of their greater accuracy and reliability. But that could all just be rubbish. We'll check what the battle statistics are at the end and see what things are like in terms of how much damage we've dished out versus how much we've received. Can we get this guy before he goes? Come on, he stood still. No, he managed to jump out. Anyway, we won another battle, so I will not be complaining, and we got some veterancy as well. So let's just have a look then. So Hopeful took 25,000. Hopeful won the first one. Took 25,000 damage. Sorry, dished out 25,000 and took 16. And our second one then also dished out 25,000 and took only 6. So yeah, I think we'll stick with the beams, guys, because whilst the damage perhaps is less, it seems to be more consistent. I assume it's less. So yeah, we maintain the blockade, and we've now discovered shields, which is good. Now then, what I'm lacking is basically, I've changed the view here. And what I'm really lacking, guys, is barracks, because we're not at the moment recruiting any troops, and I can't at the moment see an option to get any kind of barracks. Skeletal engineering, maybe we can go down that route. Gives them better. This improves the hit points of our ground troops, whereas perhaps it's a little bit late for that. Just have a look. What does this battle station do? No, that's not really what we're after. Imperial ambitions. That sounds like it could give us some sort of military facility. I'd be wrong. What about this? Okay, well, stop dithering around, and let's go for. Let's see if we go down the polymer armor route, we can improve our troops. But it's how we get. Oh, so they've already got 2 more human infantry, so we're obviously automatically recruiting them. So fine, we've decided that we're going to improve them. I'm glad about that decision now. So let's leave that. Stick with the colony ship. I'm thinking that we need to probably bring these ships back to Earth to refit. So what I'll do, I'll send this single Hopeful out to go and continue the blockade. Once he sort of gets in range, we'll send those 2 back to repair. Is there any way that we can attack this sector? Maybe not. Perhaps we have to sort of deal with the worlds, or maybe this one, but I don't want to risk my ships at the moment in any event. So this sort of explorer is now refueled. Let's actually go down in this direction. And red message, class 1 shields. So we do want to be upgrading our ship design, but we'll leave that until there's actually some ships to upgrade or design. Just click on this one. Is there? Just wanted to see whether there was an opportunity to basically upgrade the ships, or whether you just have to build them afresh. I can't see it immediately, but that doesn't mean that isn't there. Scrap. Yeah, ship refitting. There we go. Okay, so we could refit our ships with the shields and get them refitted. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll stick with my plan, sending one ship out here to continue the blockade. We'll send these two back, and then as part of repairing them, we'll get them refitted with shields. Okay. So, oh, hang on, there's another enemy. Oh, is he coming back for more? Should we go out to him, maybe? Before he gets any friends? Okay, I'm surprised. Maybe they're just so angry with me starving their newly acquired population to death that they're willing to commit to this sort of suicide mission. Alternatively, maybe they're just happy with gradually grinding down the armour on my ships in sort of some terrible battle of attrition. Or they could just be lunatics, or poor AI. Anyway, let's see how we get on. I say let's see how we get on. This should be pretty decisive. So I can zoom in with these buttons here. What do these do? Toggle slow motion. Show damage text. No, I'm happy with that. So if I toggle slow motion, it really slows down. And the graphics are beautiful. Particularly when it's enemy ships blowing up and not my own. Has to be said. So that is slow motion. Let's speed things up a bit. Okay, well, thank you. I was a bit irritated he got away, so I'm glad that he at least came back and allowed me to finish him off. Not entirely sure why he did that. But anyway, let's. Well, this ship I think should get there. Yeah, we'll send these back to Earth now. Let's get them repaired. Keep them operational, and hopefully upgrade them as well. So I find with this game, we're just obviously it doesn't need to go into that if you've got no ground troops. Just things like the refitting of the ships. You kind of think that I must be able to refit my ships somehow, and indeed you can. It just can be a little bit clunky to find. I don't know. Maybe I'm being unfair. So we've got a science station here now, which should be helping out. So science station. Yeah, this station will generate +7 research per turn on a colony of Arrest 2. Okay, great. Let's have a look at Arrest 2. We've got 3 people there. The food, we've discussed this before about how it's not very good on the old food production, but it is it's receiving food from Earth, so they're not starving, and it's not constructing anything. I may have screwed up there, guys, in all the excitement of trying to keep our home world intact. I've probably forgotten to build things. So we already have an infantry base, guys. So this is a let's play. It's not come here and learn the wisdom of Welsh Ben in how to play. It is at this point just largely watching a man stumble through the game. What have we got here? Oh, one of those aggressors. I don't think I'm actually meant to bring him. Let's send him back to Earth as well, and advance the turns. So we get an infantry base here, and we do actually recruit some more troops at Earth. There could be could be the chance to try another invasion, maybe with stronger troops in 15 turns' time. Let's see. Depends whether the population starves to death first, I'm afraid. Which is grim, but necessary. Okay, so we seem to have brought back these ships now. I don't think they're quite in orbit yet, are they? Yeah, maybe not quite. So we've got that colony ship now, which is great. So in terms of colonizing, did I say colonizing? Anyway, colonizing. Let's also there's artifacts on Thari 1 and okay, so that's advanced architects of a spacefaring race that have long since departed this world. The artifacts indicate that their departure was violent. Even so, many valuable secrets can be found here. +1 research per scientist throughout your empire per source controlled. Guys, where are you? Thari 1? Anyway, you're over here, which is pretty much the edge of the galaxy. Hopefully, nice and safe away from everybody else. So maybe my point about perhaps this colony ship should be called a lifeboat was actually on point. We're going to have some issues as they only produce 1 food per farmer, but I think Earth is more than taking care of that need with sort of a positive +4 at the moment, which does make me think, should we shift a farmer to science, see if whether we can get that polymer armor more swiftly? Let's do that, and then I won't build anything here for the moment because I want to refit these ships. Let's go to the shipyard, and the ship I want to deal with is not the Ranger. Yes, I see. Oh, I see. So it's the Ranger kind of class cruiser, and the hopeful design is a subset of that. That makes sense. Okay, so what we want to do, I think, is let's have a look at the systems. No, sorry, the defenses. Of course, the shield is a defense. And how big are these shields? Quite large in terms of the amount of area they take up. Let's just... so defensive shielding protects the ship from harm by projecting an intense energy field in the direction of incoming projectiles. Shields can be installed in any of the 4 external quadrants to protect that quadrant. Alternatively, a shield module can be placed in the interior central hull. Okay, so we can basically put modules on the side here, which will give us kind of sort of an arc of defense, or we can put it in the middle to give us kind of 360. So I think, we do have a smaller option. Let's go with the biggie in the middle. That's going to stop. It's going to cause me power issues, isn't it? Yeah. So let's... we've at least got some positive. Alright, so let's get some fuel cells there, and then what we'll do, I think, is drop that one out. We seem to have plenty of ordnance in the last battle. Let's put some ordnance in here with the. We've got these defensive flares, but we haven't seen them use missiles yet. If I'm right, I'm not entirely sure what they were shooting at us. So we put these flak cannons on, which yeah, I mean they were actually capable of firing at the enemy ship, which I wasn't expecting, and that was a nice bonus. These ion beams, I do like the beam weapons, gotta be said. we will stick with the beams for now. So let's have a look. We've got power. We've hopefully upgraded our defences by having these shields. Weapon power drain. Well, we've got weapon capacitors. Sorry, energy. Well, not power capacitors. Let's just make sure that we've got plenty of ordnance and that we've got just enough fuel. I think let's go with that. And yeah, fighter bays. Interesting, guys. I think what we'll do is we'll refit the Hopefuls with the shields, and then let's build a carrier class. So we'll call it the Hopeful Mark 1. No, we'll just call it the Very Hopeful. And then we can exit out of this. And presumably I can then find this human fleet. And if I select them both, let's refit them. Close that. So presumably Earth is refitting. Yes, it is. There we go. All that works. Unread message. Oh yeah, construction of the colony ship. Good. Happy about that. That infantry base is being completed. Another enemy ship. Just one. Might be a fairly lengthy battle, 1-on-1, but I think we can take them. And if they're going to come at me in dribs and drabs like this, then that is going to suit me down to the ground whilst we refit the other ships. Your command point limit has been exceeded. You will pay heavy fleet maintenance costs while this remains true. Interesting. I'm just so let's have a look. So our command point total is 7, and well, it seems to be 4 out of 7. I don't think that message is correct. Yeah, let's leave that. Now then, we weren't doing anything with our constructing, were we? So I've neglected the starbase element. I'm wondering, can we go out and get these precious metals? Let's try, because that would help my with my economic problems quite a bit. So let's go here, make sure we've got enough fuel, and end the turn. Oh, he's gone back. He's thought better about it, which is good. So okay. So we've refitted one of them. That's good. And oh yes, so that's gone up to 6 now because the cruisers take up quite a bit. The command module bonuses take a bit off. So that the message must have been correct then, when basically prior to me ordering the refit, and now because we are because the refit has been completed, yeah, we're over 8 now. Okay, fine. So that part of the game is working entirely my error to suggest that it wasn't. Now, the economy is still a big old problem for us, isn't it? Because if I go and build any of these now, it's going to just tip us further into the red. If I construct any ships, then that's going to hit our command points, and that's going to cause more fleet maintenance, which is going to tip us further into the red. That being said, we're at war, yeah, we need to do. We cannot stay. So if I just construct trade goods there for now, that will at least help the balance. It's not really what I want to be doing. The inventory base is being done here, but look, I'll dispatch these two hopefuls to Alpha 1 to maintain the blockade, and we'll bring that one back once they've got a bit closer. Let's get this world colonized. Let's maybe get our constructor out here to try and earn us some more money. And on the diplomacy side, anybody else we can trade with? No, not really. We could perhaps, maybe they would go for. No, we'll wait for this trade access to expire, and then we'll see if we can bump up the trade with them. So what I'll do, guys, I'll leave the video here, and hope you'll join me next time. Thanks very much.